Guys, a little bit of ridiculous stuff and scary as well in some ways. But first, I'll start with the ridiculous. PETA have put out a system of a suggestion, which I will put a clip in, and you can read it yourself, for sayings like, bringing home the bacon. I like to bring bacon home. I like to grab the bull by the horns when I need to, but I'll put that clip in now. That's what the suggestion. That could be classed as hate speech if you don't use that at one time, if the current system carries on going like it is. But another thing is the what do they call them? UN Migration Treaty or Pact. Now they're suggesting that every person in every country that signs it should have the free right to movement to any country that signs it. Now let's say, who do you think will sign it? Do you think all the third world countries will be signing it? I'm sure they are. And any Western country that signs it can receive as many third world people as want to come and live here or in the countries that sign it. So politics, I don't avoid it, but I'm interested in politics extremely because they're very interested in you and me. Now, obviously, we're cash cows, yeah? Going back to PETA. Should save us cows, all right? Another funny thing about PETA, actually, there's a village called Wool, as in woolly jumper in England, and they wanted them to change the name because it was encouraging abuse of animals. Or it might not have been PETA, that might have been just some other stupid monkeys. But anyway, back to the point. This EU treaty will say that anyone can come to live in a country that signed it. I hope Australia and Canada and Alaska sign it, because they'll go and dig gold. Because what will happen is, as soon as anybody comes from whatever country, if you can't get a job, you who live there as a taxpayer have got to pay for the living. I'll bring all my kids, and my mother. Now, at the moment, I can't bring my mother here. Well, I could, but we can't afford to pay for medical expenses and a place for her to live. But if that system was done, because they're saying it's a human right, then it would mean that the system would have to pay for you. And by the system, I mean you taxpayers, or me as a taxpayer, would have to pay for anybody who comes from any country and cannot or will not or can't find work due to the fact that there is no work because there's that many people. You know what I'm saying? But that's scary. So if you're not even into politics, check that out. Check out the UN Migrant Treaty. That is an absolute farce, and whatever way you can, try and stop it, even if it stops me from going to Alaska to mine for gold. Now, the EU. Now, if the EU signed that, would that mean that every country, or would every country separately have to sign it? Or if the EU signed it, would it mean that every country would have to abide by those laws? And if you don't, you get sent to the gulags, or what? Now, yeah, the Brexit is a bit of a mess. They should have just told them to go away and say, look, we'll leave and then we'll make some deals. But my thoughts are about here. This is my thoughts of the Brexit. Now, I'm sorry if I bored you, but please check out that UN Migration Treaty at least, because that'll affect everybody whose country wants to sign up for it. And if your country wants to sign up for that, then you should be trying to stop it as fast as you can. But anyway, these are my thoughts on the EU. Nice to be nice. door. I had to find my passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man, we're programmed to receive. Check out anytime you want, but you never leave. Cheers.